Hi everybody, Levi Clay here, owner of guidedpracticeroutines.com, where we practice together to progress faster. And in today's lesson, I am going to start something new and exciting. We have just reached our 1-year anniversary of guidedpracticeroutines.com. And of course, that's after the 3 years that I did weekly guided practice routines over on Patreon. And in order to celebrate that milestone, I'm going to be doing 30 days of guided practice routines for free here on YouTube. Every single day for the next 30 days, I am going to walk you through short 5-minute practice routines to help you become a better guitar player. And the idea behind these is very simple. We're going to cover a broad range of styles, a broad range of concepts, and apply those to a 5, 6, sometimes 7-minute practice routine. That'll be at the end of the lesson, and you'll be able to play it in full with me from start to finish. If you want to get more out of these lessons, I would of course recommend checking out the free trial that we offer, link in the description to guidedpracticeroutines.com, where you will be able to get access to these routines in their, well, I'm giving you them in their full length, but with our sound slice integration, so you can use the animated tabs. You can set up repeats and things like that to help elevate your practice. Now, the first thing that I want to address in these lessons, it's important to understand that there is a difference between learning something, understanding something, and memorizing something. I think that every single person watching this lesson right now can memorize the thing that I am about to teach you. But there is a difference between you memorizing tab, memorizing where to put your fingers, and knowing and understanding the concept. I know you can all memorize this. The important thing is, if I tell you the thing that we're going to do you understand it enough to be able to just do it? Not need to take the time to learn how to do it, but be able to just do the thing. So in this particular instance, in this routine, we're going to be playing minor pentatonic scales in 5 positions, G minor. If I said to you, the first exercise requires you to play the G minor pentatonic scale starting down in the E shape or around position 3, you're going to ascend that shape, then ascend the second shape, ascend the third shape, ascend the fourth shape, ascend the fifth shape, do the same descending. I know you can conceptually understand that, but can you immediately do it on your instrument? If the answer to that is no, then it's not memorization of more things that you need to do. It's how you are learning. It's your approach to practice, your approach to study. And that is a huge part of what I'm doing on guidedpracticeroutines.com. So do check out that link to the free trial. Enough of me talking about the website. Let's get onto the routine and I will break it down for you. So if we look at the guitar, I am, as I said there, going to walk you through 5 minor pentatonic shapes. Now, the idea here is not for me to teach you those 5 shapes. I would imagine many of you already know them. I've broken them down in my minor pentatonic mastery course on the website. But as a basic rundown, when I think about minor pentatonic, and we're going to be doing this all in G, so starting at the 3rd fret. I have a shape that is going to fit around this 3rd fret area. And each one of my shapes will contain 2 notes per string. There are more advanced ways of playing these pentatonic scales, but in this lesson, we're going to be dealing in 2 note per string ideas and then connecting those positions together. So that means our first position of the minor pentatonic scale, intervallically 1, flat 3, 4, 5, flat 7, is going to be, and you all know this shape. So 3, 6, 3, 5, 3, 5, 3, 5, 3, 6, 3, 6, 3. I'm thinking root, flat 3rd, 4th, 5th, flat 7, root, flat 3rd, 4th, 5th, flat 7, root, flat 3rd. That's our first shape. Knowing that is important, but knowing what it's rooted to is really important. So I know when I play that form, my root note is on the low E string. So that means if I need to play B minor, I can move my octave pattern. And it's something that I can just move anywhere. I know that you guys can probably already do that with that shape, so let's move on to the second shape where you might find that a little bit more difficult. Our second shape, our root note is on the D string. And our lowest note is going to be at the 6th fret on the low E string. Now we should know that because that was the highest note in the previous shape, so it's going to be the lowest note in our new shape. But our root note for this scale is on the D string. That's what I visualize from. I'm going to play 6, 8, 5, 8, 5, 8, 5, 7, 6, 8, 6, 8. Notice on those top strings as well. Fingers 1 and 3, not 2 and 4. That's, classical stuff. We don't play like that. We play 1/3s. Knowing that means I'll be able to access that scale in any position on the neck. So if you ask me to play C minor using that shape, I know that my C is here. So I can access that information. So shape 1, then shape 2. Shape 2 being shape 3, our root note is going to be on the 10th fret. It's our C shape if we're using caged knowledge. And our fingering is going to be 8, 10, 8, 10, 8, 10, 7, 10, 8, 11, 8, 10. So shape 1, shape 2, shape 3. We move up to shape 4. Shape 4 is our A shape. Root note on the 10th fret of the A string. A shape octave pattern. We'll play 10, 13, 10, 13, 10, 12, 10, 12, 11, 13, 10, 13. So and then finally we get to shape 5. That's our G shape. G. We're in the key of G, not A. So my root note is on the low E string, 15th fret, and I'm going to be playing 13, 15, 13, 15, 12, 15, 12, 15, 13, 15, 13, 15. So my 5 shapes and then coming down. Repeat. So the idea as I'm playing that is really being locked into the idea of where my root notes are. Root note on the E string, root note on the D string, root note on the A string, C shape, root note on the A string, A shape, and then root note on the E string, G shape. Those are my octave bands. Just having that knowledge is, it helps me to be able to do this in any key. So this isn't about memorization of, where to put our fingers. I should be able to do that in any key without really thinking about it. So our first exercise, as demonstrated, we'll ascend each position, 16th notes. And it's worth pointing out my picking technique for this, right? This should just be a nice, relaxed down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. I talk about this a lot on the website, this sort of consistent alternate picking motion, helping keep us in time. As I'm talking to you, my hand is just pumping down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. I know that when I play, everything is going to be in time because of that. My hand never stops moving. That's what keeps me so rigidly in time. And if I wanted to swing, I'm just changing the kind of swing of the hand a little bit, but the motion feels the same. It's like walking or breathing. That just my picking hand keeps that motion. So our second exercise, one of the habits that I know that guitar players have is we have this habit of playing notes or playing scale patterns always from the bottom. So in this example, we're going to play from the bottom and then from the top. Bottom, top. Oh, sorry. Bottom, top. Bottom, top. So when I'm doing this, I'm really thinking to myself, E shape, D shape. It helps me to visualize C shape, A shape, G shape, A shape, C shape, D shape, E shape. And then I would repeat that. Now, the idea behind all of these is that we should be able to do this in any key. If I said C minor, and I keep my hand here, I know that I have C here, so A shape, G shape, E shape, D shape, C shape, and I'm back where I started. The more we do this, the more fluent you're going to be in being able to move scale patterns around the fretboard. So, in theory, that's the end of those exercises, but you could challenge yourself, right? So in that second example, I started on the bottom and ascended. But there's nothing to stop you playing the same routine, but starting at the top. And then ascend, descend, ascend. I'm just looking for ways to test my knowledge of the positions, because we want these things really, really ingrained, and you'll see why in the final example. Because in the long run, I don't like the idea of my playing being limited to just playing in a box form, right? I want, if I'm playing over a G minor, to be free to play that was me just sort of improvising on G minor, and I was able to move everywhere around the neck, because at any point I have a good visualization of all of the notes in my scale position. And here's the key part. I'm able to see what is in the next scale position, so I'm always able to move. So that's what we're going to do here. What I've written for you as the final example is a G minor pentatonic idea, where we're going to play starting on our third fret of the low E string, and we're going to play So what am I doing there? I'm playing 3 notes of each pentatonic pattern. There's 2 ways you could think of this. You could think of it as being a 3-note string pentatonic pattern that you're learning, but that's not really what I want you to do. I want you to be thinking, I'm in my E shape. If I wanted to move to the next shape, can I hear that note, and where would I need to move to get it? Ba-da-da. Move up 2 frets. Now I can see that I'm in my D shape. I can continue up that scale. Ba-da-ba. But then I can look at my neck and go ba-da. I can move up 2 frets, and now I'll be in my C shape. Ba-da-ba, ba-da-da, ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba, da-da-ba-ba-da-da-da-da. So I'm thinking E shape going into D shape, going into C shape, into A shape, into G shape, E shape. Now the way I'm doing that there is like with a shifting motion, right? Almost like a 2-note per string pentatonic idea, just with lots of shifts. Play 2 notes, shift, 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 2 notes. But the way I'm going to play it in the routine is more 3-note per string. And it's 8th notes, so we're nice and slow with this. And then I'm going to descend. So I'm E shape, into G shape, moving down into A shape, moving down into C shape, down into D shape, E shape, and then I can repeat. Now there's limitless ways that you could do this. I've just given you one fingering for it, or one way of playing that. And it doesn't matter if you do the 3-note per string approach, or both of them are equally valid. It's about being able to see the notes that you want to play, or to be honest, for me, hear the notes that I want to play. So if I play through that twice, that's the routine. So what I'm going to do now is edit in footage of me playing that routine in its entirety. If you want to skip back to this chapter point so you can play along with me, then absolutely do that. Alternatively, head over to the link in the description, get yourself the free trial at Guided Practice Routines. You can download the backing track for this. You can use the play along functionality of our Sound Slice player and really get in deep on this practice. But I think this should make sense. Minor pentatonic in 5 positions. Let's go.